What if your pursuit of the perfect diet is actually making you feel worse? Imagine being so focused on eating clean that it takes over your life, leaving you anxious, isolated, and exhausted. That was Paige's reality, a woman who thought she was doing everything right. But instead, she found herself trapped in fear and obsession about food. Today, we're going to look at how the quest for clean eating can go too far, and how healing is possible when we stop trying to control everything and start embracing balance and joy. So Paige had super strict eating habits. She was only going to buy organic fruits, organic vegetables at the farmer's market to avoid anything with pesticides. She didn't have white flour. She didn't have sugar. To Paige, sugar was poison. She took pride in not eating that. And she took pride in eating foods with as few ingredients as possible. For her, veganism wasn't just a diet, it was a moral choice she was committed to. But here's the thing, Paige wasn't concerned about her weight. She thought she looked fine. What consumed her was the fear of putting anything, as she put it, unsafe into her body. She lived in constant anxiety about food. She was convinced that even the smallest impurity in food can harm her, no matter how clean her diet was. And this wasn't about being a vegetarian or being a vegan. This is about being a clean eater. She couldn't stop worrying about what was happening inside her body. The idea of food mixing together in her stomach, just the idea of that made her physically ill. Paige became so fixated on purity that she stopped eating anything she couldn't control. She avoided social situations, like going out to restaurants where she couldn't dictate the menu, and instead she spent hours planning each meal down to the tiniest detail. Her life revolved around food, but not in a healthy way. Despite all this effort, Paige knew something was wrong, and she came to therapy because her obsession with clean eating was causing way more anxiety than peace. But letting go of these rigid habits was not easy. For Paige, her strict diet gave her a sense of control, a feeling of being better or superior even. It was hard to imagine giving that up. And as we talked, it became clear that Paige's obsession wasn't just about food. She didn't allow herself to get mad. She never got angry. She never cried. Instead, when something upset her, she'd get a stomach ache, right? Converted her emotions into something physical. Her body was manifesting emotional pain as physical discomfort because she did not know how to handle it any other way. Paige believed that she should be over these feelings she had, saying, "I'm not a child. I should have outgrown this stuff," having emotions. She was deeply uncomfortable also with her body's natural functions. Things like digestion and elimination were sources of shame and embarrassment. She couldn't even go to the public restroom. To her, these were just more messy aspects of life she needed to control. And she feared that if she let herself feel her anger, for example, it would be explosive, uncontrollable, destructive. So instead, she channeled all her need for control into food. But as we worked together, Paige began to see, slowly but surely, that emotions aren't something to fear. They're not something to control. They're part of being human. She started allowing herself to feel her emotions and to express them, especially anger, annoyance, and frustration. And gradually, her need for purity in food and her rejection of her body's own natural processes began to fade. And one day, Paige came into my office and she was beaming with pride. She had such a smile on her face. She told me she had eaten a piece of her son's birthday cake and she enjoyed it. She said it was absolutely delicious, and she had this big grin on her face. Paige's story reminds us that our relationship with food, it's often about much, much more than just what we eat. It's about how we manage our emotions, how we manage our internal lives, how we see ourselves, how we try to navigate, let's say, the messiness of life. When we learn to accept our feelings, which are messy, and embrace our bodies, we can let go of the need for rigid control and truly start to enjoy the richness that life has to offer. So here are some actions you can take. Be human. Feel the feels. Start by acknowledging that it is okay to feel emotions like anger, frustration, sadness, whatever, anxiety. Instead of pushing those feelings away, remember, feelings are just reactions to situations. They're communications from us to us. We need to understand where they're coming from and allow yourself to express them in a healthy way. Also, challenge your food rules. If you have strict food rules, try challenging them gradually. Introduce a quote-unquote forbidden food in a small, manageable portion, and really notice how you feel. The goal is to create a more flexible relationship with food instead of being so afraid of it. Also, get more comfortable with messiness. Life is messy, it just is. And eating clean can be a way to symbolically try to control that messiness of life. Instead, get more comfortable with the crazy, wild, wonderful insanity that is life. And seek support. If you find that your eating habits are causing you anxiety or impacting your quality of life, consider reaching out for help. Clean eating, when it's at this extreme, it is called orthorexia, and there is help available, whether it's a therapist, a support group. Having someone to talk to can make a big, big difference. It can make all the difference. Paige's journey is a powerful reminder that being healthy, it's supposed to enhance your life, not control it. If you feel overwhelmed by the need to be perfect in your diet, know that you can find your way back to balance and joy, or find your way to balance and joy for the first time. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. You deserve to feel at peace with yourself and your food choices. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone you think might benefit. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and be sure to follow me for more insights and practical advice on how to build a happy, healthy relationship with food and yourself.